Hello, everyone. How are you doing? This is Roger, of course, creator of Dungeon Crusade with Grievous Games Unlimited, and I am very happy that you're here. I love our time together when we chat about this, and I'm going to start this off on a real high note. Please be sitting down for this. The Dungeon Crusade rulebook is finished, and I am incredibly relieved. Most of all, I'm excited. I'm thrilled that this is finally over. 6 months of working on this rulebook. I worked every single day on it for hours to complete this. And real quickly, just to sum it up, from January, February, and March, I had to, of course, write out the draft of it on a document, editable document. And then in April, me and Charlene did the edits on it. And then from May, beginning of May, till just a few days ago, I had to put the graphic design together, put all the text in it, and do the structure of it, and that was quite a task. But I can tell I love tough challenges in life. I truly do, because when you accomplish it, you're most certainly you're better. You better yourself at the end of it, and it really came out, I think, very unique, and I'm very I guess it's a sense of accomplishment without glowing too much about it. But anyone I give credit to that does something like this, it was a huge task. So with the news of that, I think you may know that completes Dungeon Crusade. This juggernaut, this fantasy adventure dungeon crawl juggernaut is finally done, and I'm thrilled, guys. I love you guys, and I'm glad that this is all over, and we're going to be going into manufacturing. There's nothing else to do besides that. So next week we'll be talking with the manufacturer, getting everything lined up to submit to them. So I thought that was some awesome news to start out with. And I'm going to give you a sneak peek because my monthly update for Kickstarter, I'm very religious on doing monthly updates for everyone. I have to work on that at the end of this. So I'm going to give you a sneak peek at the poster I put together for Update 100 that announces Dungeon Crusade is now finished because the rulebook is done. So there it is. So of course this is the art of Freddie Lopez, and then what I kind of do is I take all these assets and and I create a background, and then I just put stuff together, like what I'm thinking in my head to try to convey of what I'm trying to say. So we have, of course, the Crusader's Handbook, the rulebook surrounded, the heroes are around it, and this we'll be dispatching this update tomorrow, letting them know we're all done. I'm very happy to be saying that, to be honest with you. It was a lot. Okay, so what's the other? Okay, the other thing is this. Now we're gonna do some jumping around in our videos. There's gonna probably 4 or 5 videos, I think, out of this, because I got a lot to show you. I think there's a fun demo we're gonna look at of the Tomb of Kaladar I have set up for you. So if you remember, when I started the series, the index and the table of contents was not done yet, because of course when you write a rule book you have to see where everything falls, and then at least that's the way I do it, the most logical way. When you see where everything falls in your rule book, you create your table of contents, and then you do your index, and you're going to be quite astounded with this index. I really put the axe to the grind, and I created an index with 158 unique entries, because it is very important to me that people know, like if they have an answer to a question, or they need an answer to their question while playing, that it's there for them. So I took some extra time, and I nailed it. So we'll be taking a look at the index. We're going to see all this now that'll close out this series. However, I'm making an intro to this whole series now that this is done, because this video series I have had unlisted, and I was waiting for this day for this to be completely done, and then put it public so everyone can see kind of like the road of doing something like this. And I think it'll be an interesting watch for someone who you guys have been with me seeing this, but to see now everything come together. And it's important for me that people know that I'm die hard on this until the very end. I never quit anything in life. I'm on it. Okay, so we're gonna do some jumping around here. We left off with the Tomb of Kaladar, right? I think, I told you the story about Alistair Kaladar, and he was exiled from the village of Mistvale. So we talked about all that, and then we're going to go on to this page here. This is the next page right after the introduction to that. Let me zoom back so you can see. Remember, we were talking about the adventures of Bravely the Knight. So Tomb of Kaladar. So it's something, I think I mentioned this earlier, that when I created the trap system, it was exclusive to the Tomb of Kaladar. And then some backers were asking, well, can we use the traps in the other 3 dungeon boards? And, you know, whatever I can do for you guys, you know I'm going to do. So I reworked the trap system so you can use the trap system in any of the dungeon boards now. It's kind of like an option switch. So you can play with traps on or traps off. So you can play with the traps in any of the boards. However, when I created this dungeon, I put a lot of creativity and ingenuity into it. There is things called environmental hazards, okay? And I got like a little thematic and wrote some stories, of course, all with Alistair. So we noticed right here, this is the Pit of Agony. And notice something, let's take a look at these attributes. And it's all the hero's attributes, of course, in their hero card. You got to test strength. Sanctuary of Bats, you're going to have to test hide, how well you can conceal yourself. Oscillating pendulums, you have to test wisdom. Chamber of Blades, you have to test evade. The Black Rock Viper Pit, you have to test your agility. And last, the Noxious Vapor Chamber, you have to test your willpower. So what I did was, in creating those 6, all of them are going to test a different attribute. So it's very balanced. I'm a very balancy kind of guy. I can't have, you know, like 2 things that test strength and the other ones only test 1. So it's all very balanced for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually take a little look at a part of the board that I cut out for the Tomb of Kaladar. So with the help of Groovis Vision, and this was pioneered in 1983, let's put a piece of the Tomb of Kaladar there. Look at that. How cool is that? So I tilted it, so it's going to have this weird perspective, but we'll get through this. So this is just a fraction of this board. The dungeon boards are 3 by 2 feet. So we have like the skeleton vault and all this other stuff here, and we're going to look at the Pit of Agony first. So what we're going to do is we need a hero, right? So let's, again, with the power of Groovis Vision, let's get Sir Brennus in here. And there he is. I like that. So, and see the siege tile here. All the dungeon boards have the siege. See the white dotted line? You place your heroes within the siege. Okay? So we're going to come over here. Let me explain about the Pit of Agony. Let's say that Sir Brennus moved, and he was right here by the Pit of Agony. See how it's marked here? And we see it's like this big trench here, and it has these ropes and these spikes with blood and everything. And by the way, I gave the blueprint when I designed this to the amazing Damien Mamality. And Damien was an artist who worked on 2015's The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. So Damien, love you, your art. This board is incredible. So what happens is, when Sir Brennus or any hero comes up, notice these red circles here and then the green arrows. They have to move onto a red circle, and that's where you're going to test for, like, to see if they can pass through. So if we look at the Pit of Agony here, it's, and I described that kind of thematic for you, and but these thick ropes have some kind of like bloody substance on them, so they're hard to like keep a grip on, hold on to. So what Sir Brennus has to do, he has to test strength to hold on to that and cross. So let's get a d20 in here with the power of Groovis Vision. Look at that, there's our d20. And hold on, I'm going to have to start another part because I'm at the 10-minute mark. So hang tight, and let's see if Sir Brennus can cross the Pit of Agony. I'll be right back.